talk to you guys about 3 movies that I like, but everyone on the internet seems to hate from the MCU. So the first one is Iron Man 3. I get it. We're mad that Mandarin wasn't in it. We heard about it. We were excited with the trailer. It was exciting. Ben Kingsley is going to be him. And we got to see finally, we're going to see magic versus technology. It's going to be crazy. And we didn't get it. But luckily for me, I'm nosy and I snoop around with leaks, and it's nothing special. Anyone could do this. And I read about it already before I saw it. So I was like, that sucks. Oh well, they really screwed up, but I guess I'll just watch it anyways. And to be honest, I liked it quite a bit. Now let's not go far as saying that like I thought it was the best movie ever. No, it's not the best movie ever. But would I say it's a bad movie? Now we're in a world full of movies, all right? Let's just open our mind to a bunch of movies. And let's think of a bad movie, okay? Is that a bad movie? Are we too spoiled now that we don't understand what bad movies are? Now, with Iron Man 3, it has a very interesting story. I actually suffer from panic attacks, so I can relate already. That's not fair to you guys. But I have panic attacks, so I got what Tony was going through, and he portrayed it so well. I actually felt very flattered to see someone portray what that emotion feels like, or people that go through PTSD. And it broke down and showed a superhero that saved the whole city, actually could have, his brain messed up, have his mind messed up. And I thought that was a cool thing to put into a superhero movie, that we got to see that. Because a lot of times there's no ramifications besides like, that's wrong, you shouldn't have done it, but they don't, they feel bad or they hurt, but not where they're mentally messed up, Like they opened it up with the Sentry with mental illness, which was great. And I think with Iron Man 3, they showcased that, yeah, you could save the world, but it could have damaging effects to you. But other than that, Killian's kind of dumb. Killian is like the Electro, Riddler, Uma Thurman, Poison, Ivy, where they're nerds and all of a sudden they become a villain. It sucked. I agree. The Extremist story being involved, very cool. I like Extremist story. One of my favorite comic stories with Iron Man. It's cool that they brought that in, and it was kind of tucked in underneath the story of Iron Man being like taken apart, or Tony Stark being taken apart. He was vulnerable. He was losing himself. He was having these panic attacks. He couldn't handle things. And Tony Stark's not like that. He can handle things. But for some reason, these things were not working for him. And he almost just couldn't be Iron Man. And I thought this was a really cool take to see Iron Man. No, I know everyone wanted Demon in a Bottle, but let's be real, we got so far away from that. Iron Man 2 is going to have little teases of Demon in the Bottle, but it's fine. We don't need it. This story, I feel like, was decent, and that we could have used this. This could work part of telling Tony's story. And to be real, it's kind of a good bookend to his arc for his beginning of Iron Man. That's why it's a trilogy. That's how it kind of works. Now, is it one of the best trilogies? No. But did it work to tell the end of that part of his life? Yeah, I think it did a good job. And then let's be real, Trevor is used in now a lot of media, and they got a lot out of Ben Kingsley, and he's done a good job for it, and people are mad at him. Now, we didn't get the Mandarin. Mandarin got put into Shang-Chi, and it's kind of the Mandarin, kind of not the Mandarin. It's interesting, but sadly, we're never going to get to see the Mandarin with all the rings and all that cool stuff from the comics. We got the 10 rings in a different way. But as far as Iron Man 3 goes, I still think it's not bad. I don't get what people wanted. I get what people want. Mandarin versus Iron Man. I do get that. I understand that's what people wanted. And people were majorly let down. I like Shane Black as the director. He directed Predator. He directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Robert Downey Jr. in it. And I think he did a decent job for what he did. Now, decent doesn't sound great. No, because it's not great. It's an okay. It's an okay, and that's okay with me. I liked I liked Tony getting pulled down, getting the armor shackled off him, and him having to be this guy with no help, only this kid that could kind of help him, which they had great scenes together. And then he went to like an AutoZone or something, and he made weapons. It just showed Tony making, with a pile of scraps, he made weapons to break into the Mandarin's facility, and it's such a cool thing we showed that he had nothing, and literally from nothing, he can make stuff. And just be still a hero and be Tony Stark, where he starts getting his confidence back. And then, of course, it gets a little wonky with Killian at the end and giving Pepper Potts her strength and all that stuff was kind of goofy. I get it. Seeing all the suits was cool. We all were looking for Hulkbuster through the whole thing. We're like, is that Hulkbuster? Is that Hulkbuster? Thankfully, they saved it for another movie. But other than that, I still think it was okay. Was it bad? I don't think it was bad. Was it great? I don't think it was great. But it wasn't a bad movie. Now, the other one, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. I was shocked about this one because the more I was on the internet talking about this movie, or people were talking about it, I didn't realize there was such a divide. People that liked it or people that hated it. Hate is pretty strong for this movie. I understand maybe where they're coming from. I think most people got upset that they expected Multiverse of Madness was a multiverse. We're going to get a taste of all these different multiverses. Now, we're going there with Doomsday. We're going to get a taste of multiverses. But I think people expected that in this movie. And to be fair, this is a Scarlet Witch movie. It's not a Doctor Strange movie, really. It's kind of like how Joker took over the Dark Knight movie. We basically followed a Joker story. This one, we followed a Scarlet Witch story. So I could kind of get it that Doctor Strange wasn't the focal point. And we didn't get to see him do a lot of Doctor Strange things. But we also got some good Wong in there. We got some America Chavez, which, I mean, come on, we got America Chavez in a movie. It's pretty cool how they used her. And the problem was when we go through the multiverses, we didn't really get any, but we did get into one with Illuminati in it. Come on, Illuminati was so cool. That was one of the coolest scenes in a lot of superhero movies. It could probably be up there, at least got to be in your top 20 Marvel scenes. There's a lot of scenes in Marvel. That's got to be at least one of your favorite, meeting the Illuminati. I mean, come on, Professor X rolling out to the X-Men theme? You can't beat that, all right? I'm sorry. And I love John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, okay? I hate that he wasn't Reed. I hate that they couldn't bring him back as Reed. Come at me. I don't like Pedro Pascal as much as him, as Reed. He seemed really good as Reed. But yeah, we got all that. That was pretty cool. Does it save the movie? No, not really. It connected with WandaVision, which I could appreciate. And this could probably be done in a TV series, but we did it as a movie. And as a movie, was it bad? No, it wasn't really that bad. I don't feel like it was bad. I don't feel like it was great, but I feel like it was okay. Was I entertained? Yes. When it's on, do I watch it when it's on? Yes. More so than Iron Man 3. I get entertained by it. It's got crazy stuff going on. Now, I get it. The CGI at the end with the eye, everyone hates it. They talk so much crap about it, they hate it. I get it. You don't like that CGI. But let's go into the other CGI. Let's go into Doctor Strange as the horror Doctor Strange at the end. Crazy cool. The only thing I really didn't like him that much is Sam Raimi had, him being a director, he did a lot of Evil Dead cuts, a lot of in-your-face action I did not like during the horror type scenes. And it just wasn't like it was bad. It just wasn't MCU. It didn't look like an MCU movie. But other than that, was it bad? I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was great. Online, I thought everyone was like pretty big on it. But then the more I see it around, the more people just crap on it. And I'm like, they're crapping on this movie? This movie's entertaining. Like, it's not, like I said, not the best movie, but it's entertaining. I'm entertained when I watch it. And a lot of cool things happen through it. Now, is the story a good flow? I think it's a pretty good flow. I think it's a good story. Acting, good. I don't get it. So that one's that for me. I think Doctor Strange of the Multi-Universe is not a bad movie. Here comes the big one. Captain Marvel. Now, it's known through all the Marvel fanboy MCU universe. Everybody hates Captain Marvel. I think it's everyone hates Brie Larson. That's what I honestly think. She did some interviews before, said some few things. People thought it was against men. I don't know. People have said worse things. I don't remember what exactly she said, but it didn't take away from me how much she loved playing the character and for how much we were lucky. I think it's like, are we spoiled? Are we spoiled now that we just like, something goes a little wrong and we're like, crap, bring me the next big thing with CGI. I just don't get it. Like, I don't. So Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. I wasn't sure about the casting, but the more and more I saw stuff on it, I enjoyed it. And watching it, it's not that bad of a movie. What's bad about it? I would even put a category in it where it says it's bad. Brie Larson's acting? No, she's a good actor. I didn't see anything bad with her acting. Captain Marvel was an open book. We didn't have nothing to go off of besides the comics. People didn't read Captain Marvel comics before this. Come on. So what are you going up against? She was going to do her own take. Her own take was basically Captain Marvel. It was Carol Danvers. It was a good story. I don't get what people wanted. I don't know what made them so upset and hated it. The story was unique. In the 90s, with a young Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury working with her, it was really done well. I don't understand. The story was good. Are you mad there wasn't enough action? No, they had decent action. People were a little mad about, oh, there's a lot of scenes where men were pushing her down and it looked like men were holding her back. It turned into this whole thing based on something she said about men or something like that in an interview. So then it changed the whole narrative that this is what they're doing in the movie, is pushing down men, and that she's better than men because she's a woman and she could do it on her own. That's what people thought was shoved in their face. If that's what you thought, sorry. I didn't see it, but to be real, if that's what you took from it, and then you want to call it a bad movie because of that, that's pretty bad. Because to be honest, that shouldn't be the way you look at a movie. You should be looking at it biased. Just look at it as a movie. Now, was it great? No, it wasn't great. Do I think it was better than good? I found it better than good. I thought it was a decent origin story. I really do. I enjoyed the flashbacks. It reminded me a lot of, I'm big on Captain America, the First Avenger. People are really not huge on that movie, but it's not hated. But it reminded me a lot of that, flashing back to what she's been through and her story. And we got the Kree. Marvel fans out there, comic fans, we got the Kree in a Marvel movie. Now we could say, oh, just because you get it doesn't mean you have to like it or be excited. Or again, are we spoiled? It doesn't mean we have to like it. No, but did they do a bad job with the Kree? No. Hell no. We had Jude Law in this movie as a Kree. And then what did we get? The Skrulls? The Skrulls that we thought we would never get, were they handled bad? Hell no. They were done so good. So what's going on? Why is this so bad to everybody? Let's follow the story. We get to see her come back, get knocked down, get back up, get back down, get back up, work with Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. We get to see young Coulson. We get to see Monica Rambeau as a kid, see her mom that was her best friend. We learned so many things about this character, and she got a lot of character development in this one movie, but everyone seems to hate it. Everybody. I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. Maybe it's because I'm biased that I think Brie Larson's a good actor, and I also think Captain Marvel's a cool character. Now, I don't want people to go at me and sit there and say, oh, just because it's Captain Marvel doesn't mean we have to like her. No, you don't have to. That's fine. You don't have to make it your favorite superhero. But I'm going off what's a good movie, what's a bad movie, okay? That's what I'm going off of. And it's not a bad movie. Just because you don't like the actress that is in it doesn't make it a bad movie. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. So let's go through it again. What was bad about it? If you could tell me and give me a really good argument, I'll talk to you back about it. That's fine. But most people's argument is, I hate Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. It should have been someone else. What else could someone brought to the table? Oh, better acting chops. Okay, sure. Let's say that's a thing. It's not going to win an argument with it. It seems like everything is butthurt fans that were mad about Brie Larson. Because if you really look at it under a microscope, the story was a good story. We got the Kree, Skrull, we had the past about their war, and it all rolled out into this great story that led up to the Avengers of Nick Fury meeting his first hero interaction, which is actually pivotal to the story, that he got to meet a superhero, and this is what triggered him into, again, we don't need it to make the Avengers, right? But we got to see this is what connected it. One thing that does suck is he lost his eye to a cat. That was goofy. I didn't like that. Do I like Goose? Yes, I like Goose. Goose was really cool. But other than that, I really don't get it. And were the fight scenes good? Yes, the fight scenes were good. They were really cool. People would get mad at little things, I guess, maybe her roaring or something like that. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. And people will probably still come on here and try to give me all the reasons why they don't like Captain Marvel. And that's fine. I welcome it. I love to have discussions. This is why I do these. I want to talk. I want to talk to people about superheroes and comic book movies and movies in general. But we're talking about the 3 most hated, I believe, movies that I think are good. Like, if you hate the Eternals, I kind of get it. There are people that like it. I'm not going to argue with them, but I kind of get with Eternals. I understand it, again, but I can hear each side of the arguments make sense. I understand the arguments. Ms. Marvel doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't see it. It seems biased. And to be honest, I think it's a good movie. Now, I could jump into the Marvels. You don't want me to, because I'm going to tell you that's not a bad movie either. Now, I'm not adding that to my list, because I do see people coming more split with that one. They're giving it more grace because Monica Rambeau is very loved in that. And Miss Marvel fans from the TV series that came from it loved her in it. They thought she fit well. And again, Nick Fury being in it, but had a weak villain. Story wasn't the greatest, but it did open up to a multiverse, and it did open up to Monica Rambeau getting boosted up more. I like these two, or these three connecting and seeing their bond and their transformation together. Did like that. Was there bad things? Of course, but I'm not going to get into that movie because we're talking about Captain Marvel. But you're going to be mad already that I said Marvels. It's fine. Again, not a great movie, not a bad movie. All these movies are good. They're fine. Nothing wrong with them. They didn't meet your expectations, basically, and you're upset. I get it. You're upset. But you don't got to curse at people and curse the sun and curse the movie gods that these weren't good movies and you thought they were horrible. Like, it is what it is. If someone thinks they're good, they're good. I'm telling you why I think they're good, and I think they're reasonable things to back up, and why you should be like, maybe you're right. Maybe it's not horrible. It's not great, but it's okay. And I think it's okay to think that. And if you still hate it, that's fine, because we could talk about it all the time, and I love it. So that's it for now. I'll come back later. Hopefully a new YouTube video comes up, and then we'll get that going. And yeah, let's talk about it.